What's going on, everybody? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today, more bad news for Alec Baldwin, and that seems to be the theme of every video I make on this topic. But now we're getting word that the legal team of the Rust crew member that placed the 911 call will conduct their own investigation. This is getting really, really bad, and there's even worse news to follow with some legal analysts that we'll talk about. But first, with Gloria Allred as the attorney involved, this is not looking good. The Rust script supervisor, Mamie Mitchell, who placed the 911 call on the set of, call after the onset shooting, and her legal team, which consists of high-powered attorney Gloria Allred, will conduct their own investigation, according to Allred. Allred cites many unanswered questions. My firm, and that's just a statement by her, the statement continues, she was standing, her client, she was standing very close to Helena Hutchins and the director when both Helena and Joel were shot. Mamie immediately ran out of the small church to call 911. On her call, she urged the emergency responders to come as soon as possible. We have reason to believe that she was the first person to call 911. Helena was a friend and close colleague of her. She is devastated by the loss of her friend, who was an extraordinary woman, the statement adds. Mamie recently attended a vigil for Helena, and her heart goes out to Helena's husband and son, whom she has spoken. We are conducting our own investigation of what happened because there are many unanswered questions. She has been interviewed by the Sheriff's Department. She has information and evidence that she believes will be helpful to the investigation. She will continue to answer any additional questions that the law enforcement may have and to provide them with evidence that she believes is relevant to their investigation. She has been traumatized by the shooting and the death of Helena Hutchins. Awful stuff. I mean, it's really bad, but we're going to continue to talk about some other stuff too, because it's looking even worse. And that is the next line. Alec Baldwin Rust crew could face charges over accidental shooting, legal experts say. The death of Helena Hutchins on the set of Rust may have been an accident, but it's possible those involved with the incident could face civil or legal ramifications. Following the release of a search warrant executed by Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office, detectives uncovered that there were 3 key people who handled the firearm that eventually went off and resulted in the death of Hutchins. Legal experts say 2 of them could face criminal charges, while Baldwin may open a civil suit given that he's the producer, while Baldwin may be open to a civil suit given he's a producer of the indie western. Man, I mean, it just continues to get worse and worse and worse. And, you know, this is what a lot of us that were talking about this were saying. Alec Baldwin is a producer on the film. He's a producer on the film. This is a gun that took the life of a crew member. Someone has to be responsible. I don't know who, but someone is responsible. And generally in these situations, you have to look at the person that pulled the trigger. But then again, there is information that was supposed to be given. There was a step-by-step process of approval, and clearly this gun failed every single one of those situations. I don't know who's to blame, but someone is to blame. Someone is responsible for this horrific situation. Do I think it was an intentional situation? No, I don't. I do not think this was intentional. I don't think Alec Baldwin intentionally went out to do anything like this. I don't. And so I want to put that to bed right now. I don't think this was intentional. I think this was a terrible, terrible, unfortunate situation, but negligence and bad management and a careless environment led us to this place based on everything we have heard. And you hear the reports of the set and the crew being upset and walking off the set. You hear these problems. You see the armorer being very inexperienced. You hear that the other guy that handed Alec Baldwin the gun was fired on the set of another film where there was a mishandling of a gun. Yet this guy was the person that handed Alec Baldwin this gun. Like, this is really, really bad. And I can't put into words how it continues to get worse and worse. I'm not just saying that to say it. Every single new report that comes out about this makes this situation seem worse and worse every single time. And so we're going to continue to follow it. We're going to continue to see how this all plays out. It is unfortunate. It's sad. It's horrible. You know, and as this investigation continues, we're eventually going to get more clarity, hopefully. But as it stands right now, it seems like there are multiple people that could be, you know, held accountable for this for various different reasons, and we're just going to have to continue to monitor that. Other than that, thank you guys for checking out this video. We're going to be live tonight over on Geeks and Gamers for Tuesday night's main event. We're going to have Bryson Gray as our special guest, the #1 artist right now on iTunes with his song Let's Go Brandon. After being banned from YouTube and Instagram, it's #1 on iTunes. You're not going to stop people from having their opinions, and the more that you try to silence, the more that people are going to go out there and support that. So we're going to have Bryson on. It's going to be a fantastic night. Looking forward to that. Also, there's some big news with Rumble purchasing locals, which I think is a massive story. It's absolutely a massive story. At least for someone like me. And I think that a lot of people don't really understand that the ramifications of this, where locals is something that Geeks and Gamers is part of. We actually have the biggest gaming community on locals, which I'm very proud of. We have not put a lot of effort into locals either. We need to put more effort into locals. But locals is basically a Patreon alternative with also got this Facebook feel to it. We're almost like a Facebook group. But there's no censorship over there. It was created by Dave Rubin and his team. They reached out to us. They brought us over to locals. Now Rumble, another video sharing platform that's been getting a lot of traction, has purchased locals. And now I think that's going to be a really good thing for creators across the board. So I'm very, very excited about that. We're probably going to discuss that a little bit more later tonight over on Tuesday night's main event. So I hope you guys will tune in. Other than that, have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Solo lost money. Raylos are weird. Let's go, Brandon. And we will talk to you later.